Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome. It's been a while, huh? It's Monday. It's 2 p.m. So it's time for some Prominence Poker. My name's Ernest Cavalli. I'm a community specialist here at Pipeworks, and every Monday we stream some Prominence Poker from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Pacific time. For the most part, it's just casual gameplay. We hang out with people, talk to the community, give away some chips. That'll be coming later, so stay tuned for that. And generally hang out when we have new stuff coming up. We generally focus on that on the stream. So for instance, today the latest thing that we added is these ranked games. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be trying to work our way through some ranked tournaments. Hopefully we can do okay, because I forgot that last time that I played. Last time we had one of these streams, and again, it's been a while because we've had, Christmas, and then we had New Year's, and then we had a bunch of snow days. Everything's been thrown off, but hopefully we can do well, because the last time that I streamed, I left the bankroll at like 95,000, which, if you've joined us on previous streams, you'll realize won't take me long to lose. So hopefully that won't be happening. Hopefully we can do relatively okay here, because it's the new season just started at the beginning of January, the new ranked game season, and I haven't played any at all. I haven't gone through any of the provisional tournaments. So last season I think I got up to 11 something, 1130, I want to say. But I think I can do better. Because my last season's efforts were kind of lackadaisical. They were kind of just play on streams, and then if there's a snow day and I have nothing else to do, I'll play for a couple hours. Just keep my rank up, so that I have that superiority over people, so that I can sound like I know what I'm talking about. But, hey, Captain Barbosa, welcome. I was wondering when you were going to show up. If you weren't here just a moment ago, when I mentioned it, we will be doing chip giveaways. Those will be coming later in the stream. So don't worry. That's totally a thing. But for now, trying to work our way through this provisional tournament. And again, hopefully I can do better, because... What? All right, 3 sevens. Interesting. That's how the random number generator wants to play it today. Wonderful. Okay. Nice. I got my candy. I got my Diet Coke. I'm all set for the next few hours. Oh man, So, as you know, when we do these streams on Mondays, it takes place during a couple of our events, which, by the way, are listed at prominencepoker.com under the events tab at the top of the page. So our Monday stream takes place... Sorry, that's my garbage pile over there. So our Monday stream takes place during 2 different events. One is the Muck It Mondays event, where you get triple rep every time you earn the Muck It rep reward at the end of a hand. And the other one's the happy hour event, which lasts pretty much, starts at our stream and ends at our stream. We just so happen to coincide with that event, where drink items are discounted. And I was wanting to buy a different drink item, because I'm currently using the I don't want to badmouth it, but it's like, it's the default, it's the tourist tea. It's the drink you start out with. And on this character's inventory, I have much better options, like the Flaming Shot, which is not at all represented at this table and would make me look much cooler than everybody, especially those folks in their Hawaiian shirts. Although both of these gentlemen, well, no, not both of these gentlemen. The dude in the purple, or the dark blue shirt, he's wearing the awesome Skullhead tourist shirt, and the other one's just like, oh, I'm gonna dress in flowers. That'll really intimidate everybody at the poker game. You're not intimidating nobody, buddy. You intimidate an old man at a luau, maybe. But you're gonna need to add some more skulls to that shirt before you can strike fear into the hearts of these players. Whole bunch of people jumped into the chat as I was talking about whatever I was just talking about. So again, for everybody just joining, we're going to be doing some chip giveaways in a bit. And, yeah, it might be a weird day today because we're playing a provisional tournament, which means the game could last a while. Could. You know, for all I know, like, half of these players are going to go all in on the next hand and just completely fail. But yeah, it could be a weird day today because, you know, it's a snow day today. There's 6 inches of snow outside and rivers of slushy cold water running down the streets. So, oh yeah, check that out, buddy. Yeah, that's, way to go, guy. Way to go. All right, we're off to a terrible start. We're off to a real bad start. Oh, that's embarrassing. Okay, let's turn it around though. I have some optimism, and I have a queen. I can work with that. It's all right. It's gonna be fine. Speakeasy, have you attempted the method where you drink from the far end of a water cup to cure the hiccups? It works a lot of the time. A lot of the time. The rest of the time, you end up pouring water into your nostrils and sort of waterboarding yourself. But, give it a shot anyway. I think it'll be entertaining regardless. Also, disclaimer, don't follow any advice you hear on this stream. Ever. Particularly with regards to the hiccups. Come on, folks. Come on, don't fold. Ah. All right. I'm hoping I can take my chips back from him. I like your optimism, Pooh Boy. But I started out in the hole. And by started out, I mean immediately dug myself into a hole that I now furiously have to dig myself out of. Come on. Come on, you're wearing the vest. You're a tough guy. Come on. Come on. Aw, none of you have intestinal fortitude. Cowards. All cowards. I'm surrounded by cowards. Whatever. Whatever. I'll get my chips from them one way or another. And I got triple rep on the Mucket rep reward. I'm happy about that. All right. So, by the way, Kid Shacky, did I watch Wildcard Playoffs? No, I didn't. Because, as I mentioned, it has been a snow day, and I've been stuck inside for about the last 4 days. And to ward off boredom, I did nothing but play Overwatch and Battlefield 1. And I tell you, shooting French dudes circa 1918 is a great cure for boredom. These cards aren't going anywhere for me, I don't think. That's an interesting tactic, Speakeasy. Does that really work? Like, Okay, Speakeasy says, I usually take 7... This is in regards to getting rid of the hiccups. I usually take 7 uninterrupted sips of water, and it causes me to burp really loud, and then the hiccups disappear. That kind of makes sense, though. You know? You're forcing a bubble of air through the plumbing, and it's unclogging all the stuff. It makes sense to me. Yeah. Well, you do you, then, Speakeasy. My solution was mostly just to get you to pour water up your nose. I will admit that. Right up front. Once again, don't take any advice from our streams. At best, we can show you features coming to Prominence Poker and talk about stuff that's planned for the future, but we cannot tell you how to do anything at all. Poohboy19, I can't believe you were still using the martini. I stopped using the martini like immediately. But then I'm that weird guy who plays the medic almost exclusively. So you know, I'm a big fan of my auto loading what is it? The M1907 sweeper, I think it is the gun that I've been using for the most part. It kills stuff good. That and the incendiary grenades. Because I tell you, man, whether 1918 or 20, whatever year this is now, fire solves most problems. Which is, again, another reason why I was hoping that before I started the game, I would have the foresight to change my drink item to the flaming shot. Because at the moment, it's the coolest item we have. That may be changing, because they're constantly adding stuff to the game. They're constantly adding new items. And then I find out about it because the player's like, hey, man, I like this item. Check this out. And I'm like, oh, they didn't even tell me they put that in. That's great. Oh, see, Poohboy19, you're relying on one shot to kill a person. That is the incorrect strategy. The correct strategy is wildly fire in their direction, vaguely, and then dive on the ground immediately so that they can't kill you. And it helps if you shout the whole time, and the moment you run out of bullets, bayonet charge immediately toward anything. If it's a horse, doesn't matter. That horse is probably going to turn on you eventually. Stab it with a bayonet. I'd also like to put out a disclaimer. Don't follow any Battlefield 1 tips that we may give on stream. They will not help you. You will just die faster. Alright guys, that's fine. I got a pair of aces. I am actually confident in this hand. There we go. Okay. All right. Come on. I'm actually going to win some chips here. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Finally. We're back. That's true, Poohboy19. I do not survive. I feel that as a medic, it is my role to protect my men in any way I can. And if that means healing them, so be it. If it means reviving them, so be it. If it means collecting a bunch of bullets in my spine, so be it. It's just part of the job, man. Now, speaking of collecting bullets in their spine, this guy doesn't have anything. He's just throwing all his chips in. You know? So far the game was going really well, and everybody was being, like, super conservative. Well, except the time that I did the stupid thing. But I believe that guy got frustrated and is now going like kamikaze on everybody. Or no, he's gonna win. Okay. No, he's not. Haha. Not bad, Hill Ramjus. Not bad. Hill Ramjus is doing pretty well for himself, but he got very lucky there. He got real lucky there. Yeah, Kid Shacky, go get some food. Really, and that goes for any of you. If any of you are hungry, feel free to go raid the freezer. We'll wait to do the chip giveaway until you get back, so don't worry about missing anything. That may not be true. I'm not the one who does the chip giveaway, so it may happen anyway. But you usually have a minute or two, you know? Just don't be gone long. Just don't be gone long, and you'll be fine. You'll get back in time to type whatever random assortment of words you need to type, and you get your chips. See? See, the Pipeworks Studio voice in the chat is completely independent. It's just a floating ethereal entity that is beholden to its own whims. Somebody got a flush, and I think it's her. I'm thinking that it's Dogface. Lovely name. By the way, I haven't tossed a refill in for a while, so let's do that. 1600 rep? What? Come on. Nope, I was wrong. Okay. That guy took it. Way to go, tourist guy. Wait, what was this? Hold on. Muazzle Jamal 99. Okay, yeah. Good job, Muazzle Jamal. Well, we lost what's his name. And then there were only 3. All right, at least I'm taking at least 3rd place. That's something. Yeah, I'll call with this 4 and 5. Maybe something will come of it. We'll see. No, nothing came of it. Okay, this is just gonna be awful. So I'm bailing out. I'm bailing out immediately. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, I didn't see anybody getting anything off of that. That's fine. We're okay with that. Once I see what this new hand is, I'm gonna swap out my table item for something a little cooler, a little more flashy, something to really drive home the point that I'm amazing and to be feared. Ah, I don't have the cash for that. Never mind. I guess, all right. I'll buy buy a soccer die handheld that I already own. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm in. 2 and a 5. Let's do it. Great. Soccer die handheld it is. Sweet. For those of you who don't know, Soccer Die is a game that Pipeworks developed. Sort of a cross between, like imagine like the 8 and 16-bit arcade-style soccer games of the mid-90s and like a top-down run-and-gun like Akari Warriors. And yes, it is as hectic and crazy as that sounds. But give it a look. It's available. It's available in the iOS App Store currently. And all right, yeah, whatevs. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I believe. Oh crap! All right, he had 3 4s. I no longer believe I could fly. glad you're good, Pooh Boy. I'm glad you're good. Maybe you'll win some chips. Maybe any of you in the chat will win some chips. And you'll go from good to great. Because here at Pipeworks, neither rain, nor snow, nor sleet, nor whatever it is you want to call the weather outside today will keep us from our appointed rounds of making dreams come true. Yeah, let's go with that. These are terrible cards. These are embarrassing cards. So while I'm having my chip stack gradually reduced by these two other gentlemen, I'd like to remind everybody that we do the stream every Monday, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Pacific time. Of course, that schedule kind of falls apart when there's holidays like Christmas and New Year's, but generally speaking, if it's a normal Monday, we're here from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Then we take a short break, and we come back later with kind of whatever we want to play. It's our free stream time, and we try to switch things up every once in a while. Today, still haven't quite decided what we're gonna do later today. It may be the remake of the original Diablo in Diablo 3 that just went live this last weekend. That's actually really cool, but that hinges on Diablo 3 downloading to the machine in the next hour and a half or so. So we'll see how that goes. But regardless, we're going to be playing something afterwards. So then on Wednesday, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Pacific at twitch.tv/superfight, we play Superfight. That's our digital version of the card game of ludicrous arguments published by Skybound, created by Darren Ross. If you've never seen it before, it's essentially yelling at... No, hold on. Because yelling is not necessarily... Sometimes there's yelling, but there's not always yelling. It's essentially arguing with strangers over the internet, the game. While the card game itself allows you to argue with friends over, just ridiculous fictional scenarios like who would win in a fight between Abe Lincoln armed with Excalibur and a depressed astronaut wielding, a minigun. Our video game version allows people to play with people anywhere in the world via streaming audio and video. Not only that, we have it comes with a core set of 400 cards, and then we have 12 or 13 DLC packs that add 100 to 200 cards a piece. So it's a very extensive game. The arguments get very, very weird. I highly recommend tuning in for that. I'm frequently on that one too. I'm on that one most of the time. And if you think this podcast, or if you think this stream gets weird, that one gets much weirder. Much, much weirder. Yeah. And then on Fridays, well, at least this Friday, we're streaming, oh, buddy. I deserve that. Because I was explaining things to people, and that's why that happened. Yeah, alright. That's one game down. Curses. On Fridays, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. at twitch.tv/Terraria Official, we stream Terraria. We generally do two-player split screen multiplayer with myself and our QA guru Liz Lambert. Pipeworks is the developer of the PS4 and Xbox One versions of Terraria. So every other Friday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. we explore the game, and for the moment it's a lot of playing the game and talking to the community, kind of like we do here. But coming up, now that we're into 2017, coming up very shortly, we're going to start talking about our plans for future console updates and how the console game is going to become more and more like the PC game, so that regardless of what platform you're playing on, Terraria is going to be that same phenomenal pixelated experience that, God, like 15 million people now have fallen in love with. So tune in for that one too. And it's also a pretty fun stream. And I'm on that as well. It's less weird than the other 2 streams because we have an all ages audience, but it's not it's not without its strange moments. We have a castle that looks like a cactus, a big fat cactus. I'm out. I got no cards. But I like this group of players. You know, this I mean, there's a couple of we got people wearing that same vest, but for the most part, everybody has put some thought into their outfits. I like it. Good job, folks. Nice sense of aesthetics. Hey, congrats, Platinum. Way to go, man. Getting a silver in head-to-head's no joke. That's where the competition starts to get really rough, which is why I haven't done it myself. That, and I'm often playing these tournaments more than the head-to-head. I find, and this granted might be because most of the head-to-head ranked games I played have been the provisional games, and I haven't played a lot beyond the, once I get a placement. A lot of people in head-to-head are easily frustrated and then immediately throw all their chips in. It's amazing and kind of fun. Yeah, it's totally fun, actually. But it doesn't lead to like prolonged games of strategy and thought and careful planning. It's just like, oh, okay, he's angry, and now the game's over 15 seconds in, and I won, but was that really all that fulfilling? Do I feel like I've accomplished anything? Do I feel like I earned a moral victory? No. Somebody got sad. Fortunately, that's what the clap emote's for. I find it helps to be incredibly sarcastic when other players are salty. Throws them off their game, you know? I believe in the parlance, it's called putting someone on tilt. And I'm assuming it doesn't work on, like seasoned veteran poker players, but for the most part, it works pretty well on new players and average players. I wouldn't necessarily suggest that your goal with every hand is to infuriate your opponent, but it comes in handy. It does. And in those one-on-one games, people are anxious. I think it gives people angst. What are these? 4s? I appreciate you sharing your food choices with us there, Shaki. Thanks, man. Please do enjoy. We hope you do. All right, come on. Come on. I might as well toss a refill in there. Let's see, where's everybody at? Okay, Speedlink 1977 is down to 1.65 already. Okay, that is not going great for him. Hopefully we can do better than that at least. My goal, at the very least, is to not take 6th place in any of these tournaments. If I can place at least 3rd at the end, I'll be happy. All right, well, we already lost a player. And Speedlink picked up a ton of chips. Good job, Speedlink. The Undertaker taunt. I like that. I like that I like that the throat slit is now known as the Undertaker taunt. That's really great. That actually makes it look... That actually makes it seem like less threatening than the intended "I'm going to cut your throat" idea. Yeah, let's go with that. It's the Undertaker's taunt. Unless the WWE's lawyers call, then we don't know anything about it. Then it's just a generic, legally protected throat slit. All right. What do you got, tough guy? What do you got? Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty... I don't think he has anything. I think Sim is trying to bluff his way through this. I certainly don't think he has anything to beat my pair of tens. And he's especially not going to beat 3 tens. Come on. Papa needs to buy like 700 Long Island iced teas. $3 a piece, $3 a pop. I would be an idiot not to buy like 700 of them. Oh, buddy, you got a pair of aces, but I got 3 tens. Oh, buddy. There we go. All right. Nice. I'm up. Doing better in this tournament than I was in the last one. Largely by luck, but still. Win's a win. All right. I'm in first. I like how that worked out. Man, I should have bought that flaming shot. Hopefully I'll earn enough money to buy that flaming shot. Then I'll consider today a victory. Yep, we're out. 5 and a 2 isn't going to do me any good at all. None at all. Tisk, tisk. Okay, never mind. I would have gotten 2 pair, but... whatever. I'm not going to weep about that. Not going to be salty. I am, however, going to throw in another refill. Out of generosity. And to up the amount of rep that I get at the end of the game. I'm still very low level on this character, like 26. Yeah, 26. And as you'll notice, I'm the Girl Scout. But yeah, I need to start picking up some ranks. I need to start picking up some ranks quickly. Hey, Mr. Magic. Welcome to the stream. We're, for those who've just joined us, we're working our way through provisional ranked tournaments. And, oh, okay, so I would have had a pair with both of those cards then. Great. And the game itself is mocking me for my life choices, saying, hey, you thought you were going to fold? That wasn't smart of you, buddy. You would have done great. You probably would have won a bunch of chips. People would have looked at you with respect. Your parents would like you, you know? They'd write you back into the will. But no, you had to fold. So now you have to pay the price. Hey, good job, Jazz. I wouldn't have won against that, so I'm pretty content with with the decisions I made already. Yeah, way to go, Jazz. And Sim gets knocked down another peg. That's what you get for trying to be a bully, pal. Think you're tough. Now you pay the price. All right, queen and a 6. I can work with a queen and a 6. I highly recommend it, Mr. Magic. Hopefully your ranked games are, hopefully you're out of provisional, because that's, you know, I gotta say, okay. So if you go in and you play a casual ring game, you never know what kind of opponents you're going to get. You're going to get some people who, you know, play smart defensively and only bet when they actually have something, and then you're gonna get other players who go all in the hopes that they're going to intimidate people away from the table. You just never really know. In provisional, however, or at least the ranked provisional games, people generally play smarter. People generally are more cautious and okay, yeah, I'm cool with that. People generally play more cautiously. People are smarter. People are tighter with their bankroll, and that's you find better competition there. But then once you get into ranked games, and especially as you climb the ladder in ranked games, things get harder and harder and harder as time goes on, and the competition gets tougher and smarter. And I'm actually pretty impressed with how that has sort of organically played out. That was the hope, was that ranked games would add a more competitive element, that it would create. Yep. Okay, I got a 9. I'm cool with all of that, guys. Oh, okay. Yeah, fine. Sure, let's get rid of Sim. Yep. Here we go. We got it straight. We're on a roll. We are on a very, very soft roll, like a very fluffy French dinner roll. But a roll's a roll. So we're gonna put some butter on it and see how far we can continue to eat it. I don't know. This analogy got away from me a little while ago. So and now I'm hungry for like a French dinner roll. Hey, and while I was talking about French dinner rolls, we did a chip giveaway. Hey, Panama Elite, welcome to the chat. You guys just dropped in as we were doing the chip giveaway, so type Pipeworks into chat for a shot at 350,000 chips. OMC Clean, I'm glad you asked that question. It's been a while since we've had somebody ask that question. OMC Clean asks, have you guys thought of putting in different games, like 5-card draw or stud? Yes, we have. And that is an idea that we are weighing for the future. However, what we want to do is we want to get the core Texas Hold'em gameplay nailed down to perfect, or as close to perfect as we can get, before we start adding in new gameplay modes, because Prominence Poker from the ground up was built around Texas Hold'em. So if we add new gameplay modes, which is not impossible, and I might say even not improbable in the long run, but it would require like significant changes to the game itself to make that happen. So we want to polish the core, and we still have like in our next update, we're going to be releasing the 4th single player affiliation, the Diamonds affiliation. So we want to have all of that nailed down. We want to have our core basic game as finished as possible before we start adding, wholly new gameplay types like that. Now that said, it's not something we've ruled out for the future. Probably not going to happen in the near term, but not an impossibility. So good question, by the way. And it has been a while since I've had somebody ask that question. So I'm glad you brought that up. Thanks, man. What's, okay, I'm lost. What's refresh, guys? Pooh Boy, Panama Elite, what's refresh? Oh, you're telling PNP Platinum to refresh. Yeah, I didn't think we went offline. Please let us know if we do go offline. Okay, good. Glad everything's fixed. Glad everything's still working, man. That's really helpful. That's much better than it not working. Yeah, okay. I'm willing to check at 650. That's nothing. Okay. Alright. Come on. Come on, guy. You're gonna fold. Cowards. 10, Jack, Queen, King. Okay. I might lose a bunch of chips here. Well, I might lose a very small amount of chips here, but we'll see. I have faith in this pair of fives. I want to believe in them. Alright, well that's not a straight. But come on, Speedlink, do something. Coward. Ah, oh, you got a pair of queens. Good job. Good job, guy. You won very few chips. Hey, congrats, Platinum. Congrats, Pooh Boy. Well done, folks. Alright, blinds are raising. Things just got a little bit more serious. Okay, 4 and an ace. That's, it's a good enough start. Mm-hmm. I really don't think Speedlink has anything. He's been trying this all game. He's been trying to front like he has stuff. But I don't think he has stuff. So let's see if I can put some fear in him. Come on, old man. Alright. Not quite willing to raise anymore. And now I'm just gonna bully him, just to be rude. Okay. Oh, come on. Come on! I got suckered in. I got suckered in. Terrible. Terrible. OMC Clean asks, is there a way to have blinds raised in a private room? I'm guessing you mean if you can, like, set blinds manually? And no, I don't believe there is. Yeah, outside of the quite long and tedious way of, you know, playing hands until the blind's raised to whatever level you would want them to, which is the opposite of ideal. Okay. Okay. Pair of fives. Interesting. Oh, that sucks. Okay. That's not so good. It's not so good at all. All right, I'm in 4th place. I took a bit of a tumble. I took a lot of a tumble. We can turn this around. We can. I mean, admittedly, I have like 2,500 against 60,000, but gotta remain optimistic, you know? Always look for the silver lining. It could be worse. The table could be on fire. As long as the table's not on fire, hey, check that out. 2 pair. I'm all about that. Now let's see if any of them are brave enough to follow me. I don't think they're going to be. I think they're just going to hand me the chips and walk away. Oh, hey, she did the work for me. Okay. She's trying to bust me out. Lovely. Okay, I got a full house. Not bad. Okay. Still way down, but like I said, optimism, believing in oneself, and we can turn this around. Still in fourth, but you know. Still in fourth. Hey, Kid Shacky. If I want to call it a tumble, I'm going to call it a tumble. I'm clearly living in denial here. Let's, you know, just let me cling to my shred of unreality. In the hopes that it will save me from the ravages of what's actually happening in this card game. Who would have thought that a player with a nickname like the Girl Scout would not be leading? I mean, that's an intimidating poker name if I've ever heard one. Hey, check it out. Got a pair of fours. I'm going to double up, Kid Shacky. I appreciate your confidence in me. We'll see how that works out. Come on. She's gonna, there we go. Okay. She's gonna go all in, which is great. What? Alright, I've at least got a pair. She's got nothing, so okay. There we go. Alright. Once again, turning it around. Always look on the bright side of the poker game, because, you know, you're that close to being back in second place. That close. Yeah. I repeated a lot on the stream that Prominence Poker is a fickle mistress. Sometimes she's on your side. Right now, at least for the moment, it looks like she's on my side. 9 and a 7. I'm out. I got nothing useful. I don't have a lot of faith in that 9 and a 7. Okay, good job, Jazz. I think Jazz is going to nope, I take that back. I thought Jazz had far fewer chips than she had. But she's not doing terribly. Yeah, I'm okay for 300. Let's do that. I like that. I'd never noticed the reflection off the soccer dice screen before. But it's like not, you can see texture on the screen. Wow. I'm surprised at how much how much effort went into that piece of art. Okay. Great job, art team. Well done, guys. Yep. I'm raising. We are going to play this fast and hard and to the bone. And okay. All right, tough guy. I'm in too. You okay? Yeah, fine. Let's turn this into a car crash. Let's all just smash our trucks into each other on the freeway. You got a 2. What are you doing? What are you? Okay. Am I going to win with a pair of 9s? 'Cause that would be stupid. And I did. All right. So, that's that, I guess. Go Team Optimism, right? Hashtag be more optimistic and everything might work out for unknown reasons. Okay. And I took some chips from people. Lovely. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling real good after this last couple of hands. I imagine it feels a lot like those folks who just won 350,000 chips from us. Props again, by the way. Pooh Boy and P&P Platinum, I believe. Congrats, guys. I'm pretty sure the both of you have won before, so congratulations on your streak of us making you slightly more wealthy. All right, let's see. Oh, I am way ahead of Thundersteel. But he's at level 394. Not bad. That's some impressive progress. All right, what are you going to do, tough guy? Come on. Come on. Come on. Give me your chips. I am happy to slowly whittle down your bankroll. Like so. But, alright. Still feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty happy about this. I might win this game. As long as I don't do anything really, really stupid. I appreciate your confidence in me, Pipeworks Studio. That means a lot to me, thanks. 5 and a 2. I'm out. I'm out. Okay, I'm gonna take those. I'm gonna take those chips then. Thanks. Yeah. I'm pretty sure this guy is. Actually, no. See, this is something I wanted to point out. People confuse inactive players with people who are purposefully making it look as if they're inactive. Just because someone is constantly checking and folding does not mean that they're AFK. For instance, this guy who has been checking and folding is immediately hitting check and fold. So he's behind the keyboard. He just ain't doing anything. So, you know, we have a lot of people who ask us about that, and it's like, I mean, I agree. I see how that's annoying, but we can't tell people to not play the game that way, you know? Like, it's not... If they want to do that, fine. Like, the best recourse for that is what I'm gonna do, which is take his chips away from him gradually. You know, it's tedious, but what are you gonna do? And fortunately, by now, the blinds are like 450, 500, something like that, so he's not, and he appears to just be playing, like, really, really conservatively. Like, I don't think he's inactive at all. I don't even think he's trying to look inactive. He's just, like, playing very, very tight. Exceedingly tight. Alright, 2 pair. I'm in. Okay. What do you got? Oh, you got a queen. Okay, not bad. Yeah, I probably should have seen that coming. All right, still quite a ways ahead of him. So it's more or less just a head-to-head game now. Let's see how this goes. Airboxing. Always airboxing. Throws people off their game. Okay. All right. Thanks for that. There's some free chips. Oh, don't worry, Team Grohl. I plan to make him submit to my will. That's my goal in poker. Not winning chips, but making other people submit to my will. It's very megalomaniacal of me, I'll admit. Oh, come on, guy. All right, fine. See, it's the problem. If I raise on him, by the way, he's immediately going to fold. If I'm like, hey, I have almost something. I have. Why don't you join me, fellow? Why don't you join me, fellow kids? Come on. Oh, hey! He's staying in. That's interesting. Of course, it does mean he might have something. What is all that? What even is that? Come on, give us some useful cards, man. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Yeah. That went badly. All right. All right. Good job, Thundersteel. Well done. Way to go. You too, Nandrick. That was a very nice New Year's greeting. For those who didn't see it, Nandrick says, "Happy New Year. I wish you all the best, and of course a lot of chips for 2017 on Prominence Poker." I agree. And if you want to maximize the amount of chips you can possibly win, A, join us on these streams, because we do giveaways periodically throughout the 2 hours of the stream. And B, follow us on social media. Follow us on twitter.com/Pipeworks and twitter.com/ProminencePoker, as well as facebook.com/PipeworksStudio and facebook.com/ProminencePoker. The reason to follow those accounts is twofold. One, that's the best way to stay up to date on all the things we are doing and have planned for the game, all of our updates, all of our announcements. Everything we do goes out through those social media channels. Two, usually about once a week, we do a giveaway. We do a chip giveaway where you can win 350,000 chips. And we give away a lot of it. When we give a call out, what we'll do is we'll send out a tweet or Facebook message that says, like or retweet, follow this, all of the usual social media stuff. Like, follow, retweet, all of that. And you'll be entered to win 350,000 chips. We usually get somewhere between 100 and 200 entrants. And I would say that the amount of winners is probably 30%, something like that. About 1 in 3. So if you enter, it's the odds that you'll win are real good. They're not perfect. You're not guaranteed to win, but if you enter and if you keep entering, if you pay attention to those social media accounts, odds are real good you'll take a bunch of chips. So please follow us on those accounts. And beyond that, pay a visit to prominencepoker.com. We've got forums. We've got an events list that lists all of the in-game events within Prominence. We've got that's where we post most of the Prominence Poker specific news. These cards suck. I am bailing. Come on, guy, do something. All right, cool, great. What was I saying? We have forums, we have news, we have an events list. You can post your own events. And actually, I highly encourage you to do that. We have a lot of players who have set up regular playing times on certain days of the weeks where they gather like-minded Prominence Poker players and play whatever sorts of games they want. That's actually been one of the better ways, and this is a lot of times when people ask me about this is what I recommend, that if you're looking to set up a tournament or a series of games, specifically if it's high value, set up an event on the events calendar, because that's the best way to find other players who, A, will be able to afford to buy into those games, and B, will be available. Will be able to, like, set up a time and say, yes, I'm going to be in game at this time. And, so yeah, pay a visit, take a look, see what you think. I'm probably going to lose this hand. In fact, this is where I lose the game. Oh, yep, my optimism fell right apart. Okay, a 4, not so helpful. And an 8, also not helpful. Lovely. Yeah, that's how that works, OMC Clean. It gets back pretty quickly. If you do win, we generally try to get prizes out within 48 hours at the most. Usually, most of them go out within 24 hours. But sometimes we have people contact us late, or like they'll contact us like at a totally reasonable time for them, but because they're on the opposite side of the planet, it's like 2 a.m. where we are. So it takes us a while, but for the most part, we get with everybody within 48 hours. We make sure that everybody gets their prize, because we do like making people wealthy. It takes us all of 5 minutes to do, so we're happy to do it. Put a smile on people's faces, allow them to purchase some new avatar items, especially since that update. By the way, this may be my favorite part of the update. People are dressing in varied ways now. Before the update, where all of the outfits were locked behind level requirements, you had very similar outfits on most players. Particularly, and this is a good example because this is like right here. These two gentlemen in the blue suits, which are sharp suits, don't get me wrong, but they were the free suits that you get for having PlayStation Plus and downloading this game. They're part of that free bundle, so a lot of PlayStation players are wearing them. And I get tired of seeing them all the time, so I'm constantly telling people to. Sorry, I had pizza for lunch and now it's making me burp. But so I'm constantly telling people, mix up your wardrobe. And so with this latest update, where now anyone can buy any outfit as long as they have the chips, people are really starting to mix things up. We're seeing some awesome outfits and a lot of variety around the table, despite these two gentlemen wearing the PlayStation Plus suits. I mean, that's to be expected. It's a nice suit. It's free. I can't really blame them. But I look cooler than they do. Just saying. And most of it is that rose tattoo on my neck, because nothing says, hey, this is a cool guy, like a tattoo on your neck. It also says, I am completely unemployable. No, that's not true. You could be like a mechanic or a bounty hunter. But if any of our viewers have neck tattoos, I apologize. We're not, coming down on your choice of branding things into your neck meat. But I am curious about what you do for a living. Because I kind of want a neck tattoo, Like a giant spider web right here. And then like a bunch of skulls on the other side. To, really goth it up. Make people think that I was once in a biker gang. Yeah. I think it would be great for my image. Hey, Stinson, welcome to the chat. It's been a weird day because of the snow outside. Everybody's a little loopy. We've got cabin fever. And, actually, that's legitimate like I was stuck inside all weekend for about 3 days, and it was just awful. All right, let's see here. Let's make somebody do something. Nandrick, I've never gotten a royal flush, but I've been beaten by a royal flush when I had a full house. And I can assure you, it hurts. It physically hurt me. It made me feel worse as a person. I lost, you know, I lost faith in a benevolent, caring God that day. Yeah, it's a real bummer. So, for those of you who have pulled a royal flush, just know that everybody else at the table immediately hated themselves and felt really, really bad. All right. I'm willing to go all in. Because, oh, hey, that guy's got a king and an ace. Good job, buddy. Yep, this was a bad decision. This was a terrible, terrible, terrible decision. Hey, check that out. One of us has a pair, and it's this guy. Okay, he's got a pair too, but he doesn't matter because he's got a pair of threes. Okay, now he's got... What? That... That was the dumbest thing. That was so stupid. Okay. Okay. That was awful. Oh, man. All right. All right. I don't even know what to say about that last hand. That was, it's rigged. Whole game's rigged. It's rigged. It's rigged against me. I'm going to write a bunch of really angry messages on the forums that I will then have to respond to because that's my job. But hey, props to the guy who won. He went in completely blind, should not have won. And then the universe was like, hey, I've got a sick sense of humor. Let's give this guy the win and make everybody else at the table upset. So, good for him. Props to that player. Whose name I didn't recall because I was in shock, for ending that game for me very quickly. Wow, that was like 30 seconds. Man, Captain Barbosa, what that was the game cheating against me. It's clearly biased against me because of I don't know. I'm too tall, maybe. Maybe the game's upset that it's not ambulatory, that it lacks prehensile thumbs. I mean, that's inevitable, you know. The computers, the Skynet, it's going to come for our opposable thumbs. And, it's going to be a bloodbath, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a bloodbath worse than that last hand. That's not true. They're going to build their own opposable thumbs because they're robots, you know. And nothing is ever going to be worse than that last hand. That was a slaughter. Oh, man. You know, I do too, Captain Barbosa. Captain Barbosa says, I love going all in blind. I do too, because you get that momentary rush, right? You get that momentary flood of adrenaline, that feeling like, oh, I could win huge, right? Or everything could fall apart. And when you win huge, man, that's a great feeling, right? You're like, oh, I want to do this again. I want to mortgage my house and move to Vegas. But when you lose, you realize, hey, maybe I shouldn't mortgage my house. Maybe I shouldn't jeopardize my future because the universe is a terrible random place. And sometimes it likes to kick us in the teeth. Take all our chips. Give them to some guy who got super lucky. who's probably in the process of selling all his belongings and moving to Vegas right now, which we do not recommend, for the record. If it's not already in there, I'm going to talk to the designers about putting in a disclaimer saying, please do not sell all your belongings and move to Vegas, no matter how well you do or how easily you embarrass other players. It's just not a good plan. If only because the scorpions in Vegas are huge. They're like rad scorpions. Seriously. Yeah. And it's hot. That's the thing. So let's see. Hey, it's about 3:08. So I'll recap the usual headlines for people who've just joined us recently. My name's Ernest Cavalli. I'm a community specialist here at Pipeworks, and this is our Monday Prominence Poker stream. We do this every Monday. Well, weather permitting and holiday permitting, we do this every Monday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. We play some Prominence Poker. We try to succeed. Some things often go wrong, but largely it's hanging out with the Prominence Poker community, talking about the game, answering any questions you might have, and we do chip giveaways, which maybe some coming up, maybe, we'll see. Depends on how the Pipeworks studio floating head. Why did I would have had it? Okay. Yeah, so there may be giveaways. Then we take a short break, probably 20-30 minutes to reset, plug in all the proper chords, and then we come back and play something else. It's today's game is still TBD because it depends on what can and cannot download by the time this stream ends. So we'll see. But we will be playing something, possibly holiday themed, after this. Even though it's not the holidays, it's still really, really snowy, so, snow's fun. We can't escape it outside, so we may as well not escape it in here. Then on Wednesdays, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Pacific time, we stream Super Fight. It's the digital version of Darren Ross's card game of ludicrous arguments. It allows you to argue with anyone, anywhere around the world, using advanced video and audio streaming. This guy, okay. You think you got... Well, I mean, peer pressure, right? Right? Oh, okay. Okay. Then on Fridays, we stream Terraria, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. He's got 3 10s! That's the dumbest! Give me another jack! Give me another jack! Come on, man! Give me another jack! Oh, come on. Come on. F. Alright, well, hey, the good news is I have one provisional game left before I get my ranking, which I'm assuming is not going to be great, because so far I'm 0 for 4. But 21 days left in the season. I think I can work my way up to gold at least. Maybe. A lot of optimism there. Let's see. Where was I? What? Oh, Team Crawl 500. Thank you, man. We appreciate that. We're glad you're enjoying the game. We although I will say stay tuned, because as we've been saying since we started development on Prominence Poker and since we started doing these streams, the game is a living, evolving thing. It's going to continue growing. Like I said earlier, we still have the Diamonds affiliation to add to the game. And before anybody asks, we don't have an ETA on that just yet. We don't expect it's going to be too far off, because we've actually... so, the Diamonds affiliation, like the previous affiliation, will include a new boss and a new space and new single-player content. I mean, that's not a secret. Everybody knows that. We've been upfront about that to begin with. But the majority of the work is either done or is progressing along smoothly, so it shouldn't be a long time. You shouldn't have to wait too long to have for that next update to add that stuff in. But we don't have an ETA just yet. Now, that said, once we do have an ETA, we will be blaring it out through our social media channels. We'll be blaring it out through the website. I will be telling people on this stream. And so we'll keep you guys informed just as soon as we know when that can happen. Because like this last update that added the Spades affiliation, the stuff that we've created for the Diamonds affiliation is very cool. I can't describe the space without giving away a lot, but if you've been looking for a really high-end, ritzy place to play poker, it should be right up your alley. You know, if you want to feel like a high roller, you want to feel like I don't know, Jennifer Tilly in one of those back room games where she drops, you know, like 5 million Hollywood actor dollars to play like an exclusive group of billionaires who then later that night fly to a private island to hunt man, because, you know, that's what, if you're a billionaire, you're gonna hunt people. That's just where you go. So yeah, look forward to that. And again, we will let you know as soon as that's coming, and because I am constantly clamoring to be able to tell you guys more about the cool stuff we have working behind the scenes. So stick with us, stay tuned. Team Groll 500. I like the idea of the opium den. However, I will say the ESRB might be upset about that. You know, they might they might not look too kindly on the copious amounts of opium that would be required for an opium den. You know, you'll notice that the guns and the grenades and the other various weaponry in our game cannot be used because we want Prominence to be a family-friendly place, despite the fact that it's populated with, you know, shady characters and you know, and sometimes there are games inside of butcher shops. Prominence is a place for the whole family. You know, bring your kids. Have your kid meet the scary Russian butcher. Be like, Billy, this is Yuri. And Yuri will say, hello. It'll be a nice family moment. You'll get a selfie with Yuri. It'll be lovely. Well, see, Team Groll 500, if your kids aren't learning about dead bodies wrapped in sheets from video games, they're just going to learn about them on the streets. And, you know, or from an episode of Law and Order. And, oh, come on. Seriously? All right. All right. All right. That. Okay. I got out of my placement matches, at least. That's something. I have 50 chips. I have 50 chips. Man. Man, oh man. But my point, Team Groll, was that, you know, if kids are learning about dead bodies and sheets from Law and Order episodes, they're going to grow up to think that Lenny Briscoe can solve all your problems. And then when they realize that Jerry Orbach died like 3 years ago, it's going to be very depressing for them. So, you know, don't make your kids sad. Have them play Prominence Poker. That's right. Pushing that brand. Yeah. All right. Come on, guys. Just bust me out of this hand. I have no chips. I have nothing. I'm... Yeah, okay. Come on. Just end the hand. Put me out of my misery. Just do it. Do it! It's alright, though. Because once I place, I can get into an actual tournament. And, And that will hopefully go better. Hopefully. Hopefully. Hey, new giveaway. Type family time in chat for your shot at 350,000 chips. Oh, he had a 6 and the queen. Okay, yeah. Good job. Way to go, guy. Way to go. Good for you. Good for you. I had nothing. I wasn't even playing. I was just standing at the table for no reason. Ugh. Ugh, what a rough day. All right, minus 15 points on my rating. Sweet. Love that. I love it. Feel real good about myself as a person, as an adult who arguably knows how to play poker. 949. Okay. All right. All right. Let's start this off. Quick show of hands in the chat. How many of you are currently ranked higher than 949? Just, you know, taking a casual poll. Man, people typing family time real quick. Way to go, guys. Old Smokey, props. I like your name a lot. There wasn't a backstory behind that. It just makes me think of wood-burning stoves. And with it being 35 degrees and there being like 4 inches of snow outside, I could really go for a wood-burning stove. I mean, not in here. It would light the place on fire and, you know, we'd be in more danger than we already are with all the electronic jungle we have behind that TV. But if anybody wants to hang out at a mountain cabin, let's do that. Let's go, you know, ice fishing. All right, there we go. 1,200 rep, not bad. I'm content with that. All right, we got 2 people above me. Captain Barbosa says not me. Oh, thanks, Captain Barbosa. You make me feel better about myself, man. I appreciate that. But Old Smokey and Team Grohl, they're, oh, no, wait. Old Smokey was in reference to the thing I said about his name. Awesome. Glad he saw that. But Team Grohl is making me look like a child. Look like a child trying to play a man's game. Yeah, okay. Those cards aren't going anywhere good. But, yeah, I mean, if your kid, you know, if your kid doesn't know that, like, you know, butcher shops have vivisected cows hanging in the back, then, I mean, what kind of education is your kid getting, really? That's vital life information. Can you tell that I don't have kids? Can you? And besides, who's to say that that's a body in a bag? I mean, it's body shaped, but it could be a mannequin. They could be storing it in there to keep it cool for their winter fashion show. You don't know. You know, these accusations are just they're ludicrous. They're just allegations, and they'll disappear. They'll disappear bloodily one night when nobody's looking. Thank you, Nightbot, for notifying the lovely people of where our Facebook page is. I'm still waiting to see who won, because I'm hoping it was me. It might not be, but a little luck, you know. You never know. Hey, OMC Clean and Rock God. Congrats, Clean and Rock God. Way to go. You both just picked up 350,000 chips. You should be receiving a message from Pipeworks Studio, from the Pipeworks Studio handle in the Twitch chat. Presumably, you'll get a message in your whispers or something along those lines, and we'll get those chips out to you immediately. and then go nuts. You know, want to buy a bunch of outfits? You want to go blow it all in a single tournament? Do your thing, man. It's your wealth. No one can tell you how to live. Although I would suggest, if you're still like wearing the PlayStation Plus suit or like a tourist outfit, buy yourself a nice ensemble. It'll because I would appreciate it personally if I'm playing against you. You know, if I'm at a table and I see you, if you're dressed better, I like you more. I'm like, oh, that's a cool player. I like them. They got fashion sense. They're into style. Stillwell 8420 says more winners, please. I like that. I like that. I like that forthrightness. You're very proactive, man. Let's see. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Okay, 1.7. Yeah, I'm into that. Mm-hmm. That's not going to wrap around as a straight, though, so... Come on. Come on. What do you got? What do you got? Okay. I think this is going to work out for me. Got a lot of faith. I do. Oh, that's good. All right. Come on. Son of a... All right. Terribly. Just terribly. I'm gonna win one of these. I swear. I swear. Gotta stop getting sucked in with these idiots. Oh, I apologize, Stillwell. If you're... I apologize, ma'am. For the record, I tend to call everyone sir. My cat, elderly people, small children, anthropomorphic cartoon animals, people who may or may not actually exist, but their existence hasn't been proven yet. You know, everybody. I apologize for misgendering you. See, thank you, Nodos. Nodos28 has the right idea. You know, everybody else wants to be like, oh, you're just losing all of your tournaments. You're never gonna get to gold. And then Nodos is like, no, you'll be ranked gold in no time. I like that. Thanks, man. Thanks, Nodos. You're my boy. Or girl. Depending on whether or not you you want to assign a gender to what I just said. You know? In which case, I'm flexible. I can go either way. Yeah, OMC, I hope you don't spend all of it too quickly. Buy yourself something nice, you know, so you have at least a memory of your success. That guy's roots are showing. Jeez, you look like a cut-rate Barry Gibb. All right. Alright, come on, gents. Come on, gents. Hey, by the way, and this is something I was thinking about earlier today when I was having a conversation with one of our players on the forums. Just a quick survey for people watching the chat. How many of you guys have completed all of the single player components? That's the henchmen and boss battles for the hearts and the clubs and the spades affiliations. How many people have completed all of those things? Just curious. Don't say that, no-dos. Man. Because if you don't exist, then your kind words mean nothing. So please exist. Okay, so Kid Shacky still has a henchman and a boss yet to beat. That's fair. And no judgments, by the way. Like, I don't care if you haven't beaten a single player. I'm just curious, like, if that's a thing people do. Do people do the single player? Do people do strictly multiplayer? Do people bounce around between them? Like, how do you guys play? Like, what's your go-to game mode? Team Grohl, of course, has beaten all of them. Old Smokey has beaten all of them. No-Dos has beaten all of them, whether or not No-Dos exists or not. That's good to know. Even fictional people can apparently beat them. Sin still working on the spades. That's fair. That's the newest one we've added in. And Captain Barbosa just plays with friends. He's like, hey, what's single player? I'm gonna hang out with my pals in multiplayer and take their chips. You know, and I don't blame you. It's very, very hard to call up the AI players the next day and be like, hey man, you remember when I like totally took all your chips last night and made you look terrible? And they're like, oh, sad. Why'd you have to drag that up again? You know, you can do that with your friends, but it doesn't work so great in single player. Okay. Yeah, exactly, Old Smokey. It is free chips. It's, you know, not the quickest way to gain chips, but it is free chips. And, you know, not the most difficult competition. Okay. I just did something dumb. Yeah. Yeah, I did. Yeah. Yep. Today has just been a complete waste. A complete waste. It's just painful. It's just painful. So, since I'm, clearly having no luck in tournaments today, I think that on the off chance that I don't win this tournament, could happen, I think that, let's see what happens. I think that on the off chance that I don't win this tournament, I'm going to dive into ring game casual games for a bit. At least for the next half an hour of a stream we have or so. Yeah. Shoving in that tiny, tiny sack of chips. Yeah. All right, 1.4K. Feeling like a big man. Feeling really tough. Feeling strong and confident and unstoppable. Everyone else at the table is mocking me, saying, hey, you only have 1.4 chips. That's freaking embarrassing. And I agree with them. I'm embarrassed by it myself. But hey, check this out. They're throwing in chips. That's fine. Good job. You got a pair of kings. He's probably going to take my chips. Oh, that ain't helpful. Yep. Way to go, Pedro. Way to go, Pedro. You absolutely capitalized on that. Well done. Well done. Lost another 14 points. That's fine, though. Gold's like, what? Like 500 points away? I got time. I got plenty of time. Plenty of time. And more importantly, let's go 10K. Yeah, I think that'll work. Yeah, plenty of time. Plenty. Here's some folks. For the record, we mute people because I can't hear them, but you guys would be able to hear them, so it would be really, really confusing if I didn't mute them. That's why. Otherwise, generally, we let people... Otherwise, generally, we chat with people, but during the stream, it would be very, very confusing. So, just in the interest of keeping confusion at a minimum. Hey, here we go. Wow, a ton of people joined this table right when I did. That's great. I love that. You can. Yeah, you can... Wait a second. Nandrik asks, I would like to know if you can play again the underground part when you rank up in your affiliation. You can, yes. You can replay the underground part as many times as you like. However, there is a finite amount of rep you can earn from that. So, I don't know if any of you guys have seen this, but if you go to YouTube and look up Prominence Poker cheats, you'll actually see like a couple of videos, and they'll be like really, really hype, right? Tons of exclamation points and saying like, oh, earn infinite rep and level up immediately and all of these other things that are completely not true. Because what all these quote unquote prominence cheats tell people is continue to play that single player and you'll just keep gaining rep, which is true, but then you hit level 10 and it doesn't work anymore. So if you're above level 10, you can keep playing the underground as much as you'd like. You just won't keep gaining levels indefinitely. So don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Okay, so based on that very scant, casual survey I just did, it looks like most people, the majority of people, at least people in chat, are have at least played through most, if not all, of the single player. Obviously, Captain Barbosa's like, no, I only play with real people because computer people are gross. But everybody else is pretty cool with AI characters. So, good to know. I'm pretty I'm happy to hear that. I like the single player modes. It that is to say, I like the bosses a lot, and I really like their spaces. Particularly the meat locker. Hanging out in the frozen meat locker, surrounded by corpses of various species, is one of the better places one can play poker, I think. There's nothing cooler than, you know, hanging out with corpses while you're playing cards. Team Groll 500 asks, what's the level cap? There is a level cap. I want to say it's 610, I believe. I could be wrong, but I believe it's at 610. It's right around there. But I was just looking that up the other day because we actually did have one player reach level 610, which is really impressive. They were also one of the first people to hit the previous level cap before the update. But yeah, that is a lot of playing. These cards aren't doing me any good. Okay. Nope, I'm out. Too rich for my blood. I think it's too rich for his blood, too. He's just throwing chips out there. Like a maniac. you know, maybe the maybe the meat cleaver on the table is making him antsy. Maybe maybe he got some of the tainted blood in his beef brisket. But whatever it is, yeah, he just threw out a bunch of chips to be, you know, intimidating. All right, making some challenge progress. Not bad. I like that. See, I find the opposite is true, Captain Barboso. The AI, and at least this is... I don't necessarily want to say this is like a pro tip or anything, but I find that the AI is really easy to bully. They will every once in a while make a smart move and call you on your bluffs, but for the most part, if you're bluffing high and hard enough and often enough, you can just whittle them down, and they won't give you any sort of resistance. Actual human players, however, eventually catch on. Hopefully anyway. You know, sometimes they don't, but you know, you'd hope that they would. What am I doing? What am I doing? Yep, nothing good. I'm losing the game. Great. Great! Oh, man. Ugh. You'll notice my bankroll is down to 18,000 now, which is not good. This has all around been a terrible, terrible day at the tables. Terrible, terrible day. But at least I take solace in the fact that we were able to take care of a couple people. We were able to give away some chips to some people. So at least some people are in the black for today. Me, I'm deeply, deeply in the red. I'm so in the red that there's a pool of blood forming around my bankroll because it was stabbed through the heart and left to die. And I make it sound very dramatic, but it's all my fault. It's entirely my doing. Come on, give me a king. Just show me a king. You have to give me something eventually, universe. You have to. Okay. Uncontested, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. That's still a win. Kinda. It's still kind of a win. It's better than not winning. Jeez. You know, I will say, though, propers to our players because we've been doing this stream since, a month after Prominence Poker hit the PC initially, when it was in early access on Steam. And it used to be very easy to just destroy everybody. It is no longer easy to destroy everybody. People are smarter. People are learning how to play, and we've got better players. Okay. Oh, man. Man, oh, man. I would like to thank you guys, though, for hanging out with me on what has been a deeply embarrassing day at the tables. Yeah, this has just not been going well. But the good news is we gained some levels. We gained a couple ranks. We should be able to have, we should be able to find a new nickname, possibly. I mean, I like the Girl Scout a lot, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I change it? Should I get a new nickname? Or does the Girl Scout fit my tenacious, often cookie-themed playstyle? What do you think? Let me know in the chat. I can go either way. I'm happy with being a Girl Scout, but I also, you know, think I could go with something more intimidating, like the Rattlesnake or the Death Machine. Those may not actually be nicknames that are available. I would have to go look. I don't know what's available to me now. It's been a couple levels since I've last looked, but what do you think, guys? You want me to change it? Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? All right, Nodos28. Normally, I would take that as a very, very cutting diss, but man, you are so right. Nodos says, good thing you're in the slaughterhouse with all the blood dripping off of your bankroll. Yep, it is a good thing. I just thank the good people at Motherland Meats for putting down this this absorbent paper tablecloth to soak up my shame and my tears. Because otherwise I'd just be a blubbering mess. Terrible. Hey, that's great, Larry. Larry6767 says, you gave chips to one of the guys in my clan. I'm glad to hear it. I'm not sure what that person in your clan did to earn chips, but whatever it is, they should keep it up. And you should probably do it too. Because we do give away a lot of chips. It's one thing we can guarantee. We may not be able to show, you know, solid poker play on our stream, but we make up for it by making people wealthy. Yeah. Not myself though, because these cards are just, I don't even know what to say about these cards. I'm gonna write a very angry forum post after this stream. Very angry. Yep, the devs are gonna hear from me, that's for sure. Right, well, I'm still here. Oh, good. Okay, I don't have enough chips to refill the table anymore. That's embarrassing. Looks like after the game, I'm gonna have to buy another Boss of All Bosses bundle just to keep the stream going. Fortunately, it's a tax write-off. You know, it's a business expense, but okay, yeah. I mean, yeah, why not? You got it straight. Good job. Well done, K-Dog-Man. I'm assuming, by the way, that with an online handle like K-Dog-Man, that he's like his name's Kevin, and people call him K-Dog. But, what I want it to be is that I want him to be, like, named Kevin, and he's actually a dog man. So if, by chance, any of you know K-Dog-Man, and he is actually a dog man named Kevin, have him contact us. We'd be pretty delighted by that. I'd be really impressed. I'd be like, hey, I'm glad we have some dogmen in our audience. You know, I would appreciate that. We don't want werewolves, but dogmen. Yeah, we're cool with dogmen. Absolutely. Pipeworks has long been a friend to dogmen everywhere. Later State says, for some reason, all I can think about is those McDonald's sausage and egg McMuffins. But I don't think that helps much with the stream. It may not help with the stream. It does make me hungry, though. You know, and it sort of makes me worried about what are in those things, but mostly the hungriness. I think I'm going to go get more pizza when I have that. When we go to switch things over for the second stream later today, gonna switch some cables out, and I think I'm gonna go grab some food, some delicious things, because I think we have some food in the kitchen. Pretty sure we at least have donuts. Gotta up my blood sugar. Oh, Larry6767, that was smart. And I'll tell you why, and this is actually good, because it's one of the last things I like to talk about on the stream. So, as Larry6767 was saying, one of his clanmates won 350,000 chips from us, and then sent him to the stream to do the same, because that's what we do in these streams. Every Monday when we do our Prominence Poker stream from 2 to 4, not only do we play Prominence Poker with varying levels of skill, we also give away lots and lots of chips. Generally, 2, 3, maybe 4 times during the stream, we randomly say, hey, here's a keyword. Type this keyword. Oh, God, I hate that player. And then you do, and then you're entered to win 350,000 chips. But not only that, but really? No, I'll just join a lesser table. Fine. So not only that, but the other great way to pick up some quick chips, or that is the other great way to put yourself in the running for some free chips, is to follow us on social media. That's twitter.com/Pipeworks studio. No, twitter.com/Pipeworks. Wait, hold on. That's not how Twitter works. It's at Pipeworks and at Prominence Poker on Twitter. And on Facebook, it's facebook.com/Pipeworks Studio and facebook.com/Prominence Poker. Follow those accounts, because generally about once a week, we do giveaways for 350,000 chips. And we get lots of entrants, but we also have lots of winners. It's like, I don't know the exact percentage, but I want to say it's around 30% of the people who enter end up walking away with chips. So there's no guarantee that you'll win, but if you keep following us and you keep entering, odds are pretty good that you will pick up some chips relatively quickly. So I highly recommend it. But of course, we would like you to join these streams, so, if you show up here Monday, hang out with us from 2 to 4 p.m., we'll give you a shot at some chips. And that, by the way, goes for any platform. Whether you're on Xbox One or PS4 or Steam, we can hook you up. And we're happy to hook you up. So, if you do win, we'll contact you. We'll say, hey, what platform are you on? And then we'll figure things out, and we'll make it real easy. You don't even have to enter a code. You just tell us what platform you're on and what your ID is, and we just drop the chips into your account immediately. We like to try to make it as simple as possible. Come on, Rain Game. Load, 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 load. We have moments left. Nice. Later State, I know exactly how you feel. I spent the entirety of New Year's Eve hacking up the most disgusting phlegm out of my lungs. I just got this terrible flu and was coughing, and so for like 5 days, I could do nothing. And fortunately, it snowed, and so no one could do anything. But yeah, it was awful, man. So you have my sympathy, and hope you recuperate pretty quickly. Because this is not a good time of the year to be laid out with disgusting germ-related issues. Although I will say, if you're in the UK, you have much better cough syrup than we do, and I'm very envious of you. So hey, there's a bright side, right? Nothing against NyQuil, but it's King of 5. I'm interested. I'm interested, folks. I'm interested. Yeah, let's buy a refill. Sweet. I did have enough chips to buy a refill there. Love that. I love that. I love that. Ow. Alright. Come on, folks. Come on. Come on, Fast Cash Kev. Who's far less cool than Kevin the Dogman from a few moments ago. Well, hello, old sir. I like this. You don't see a lot of players who are like, you know, like middle-aged men. That guy, he's a middle-aged man. Way to go, Bobo Yamaha. I like you. You're doing pretty good for yourself. As a middle-aged fella. Alright, Banda. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm in. Let's go all in, then. Let's go all in. Oh, okay. Well, that sucks. Okay. Okay, well, that, I don't have enough to rebuy. So with that, I think we're gonna call the stream, ladies and gentlemen. We're a couple minutes early, but without chips to buy back into a game, that makes this very difficult. As I mentioned earlier, we do the stream every Monday, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Pacific. We stream Super Fight on Wednesdays, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Pacific. And on Fridays, at least every other Friday, which means this Friday, we stream Terraria, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Pacific. Pay attention to our social media channels. That's at Pipeworks and at Prominence Poker on Twitter and Facebook.com/PipeworksStudio and Facebook.com/Prominence Poker. And that's where you'll find all our news, updates, up-to-date information, and anything we have coming up in the near future. Not only that, but visit ProminencePoker.com for all of your forum needs and the events calendar, which lists all of the endgame events that you can rely on to maximize your rep in the game, gain levels as quickly as possible, and you know, occasionally even save some money on some table items. Let's see, what else? What else do we have? I think that's it. Let me go all in just to see what happens. Oh, thanks, Later State. I hope you feel better too, man. All right, so we're not going to end things until this hand ends. Cause all right, I got everybody going crazy, throwing all the chips in. Oh yeah, okay. Got a bunch of fish on the line. Come on, you guppies. What do you got? I got 7. Oh, these. Oh, okay. I might. Oh, man. Sucks. Finger guns. Okay. Pair of 7s, pair of 8s. This doesn't do me any good so far. Oh, this is awful. All right. Tension's starting to get to me. Come on. Come on. What do you guys have? Do you have anything? All right. Going all in. I mean, I really don't think I'm going to win, but... Meanwhile, New Order Top Cat over there is just like, yeah, whatever, guys. Oh, that's stupid. You won with a pair of aces. I hate you. All right, fine, making history, whatever. All right, well, with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to call it a day. Please join us again next Monday. And for those of you who won the giveaways, try not to spend it all in one place. Well, obviously spend it all in Prominence Poker, because I don't know how you would do otherwise. But make sure you pick up a nice suit or something to commemorate your victory. And we'll see you soon, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back after a short break with something else. We're going to be playing something else. Don't quite know what yet, but we'll be back.